You are 14. Your name is called in your village. It is spoken clearly, once. Then again, you step forward because you are expected to. Your mother lowers her eyes. Your father kneels before the officials. You kneel after him. No one explains why your name was chosen. You are not asked if you wish to go. You are told it is an honor. The officials wear long robes in the style of the Ming dynasty. Their sleeves are wide. Their faces are neutral. They do not smile. You learn quickly not to look directly at them. They examine your hands first, then your posture, then your hair. Your chin is lifted. Your teeth are inspected. Your wrists are turned over. You stand still. It is understood that stillness matters. One official notes your height. Another comments on your skin. You hear the words, but they are not spoken to you. You are not addressed by your name again. Your parents remain kneeling. You are told this will bring prosperity, grain, silver, protection. No one asks what you think about protection. You are told you will serve within the inner court. You do not know what the inner court is. You are not told. You are told to pack lightly, 2 dresses, a comb, nothing else. You are not permitted to take childhood objects. Not the ribbon your sister gave you, not the wooden charm from your grandmother. You learn quickly that the past is not required. The cart arrives before sunset. It is plain, covered, unmarked. Inside are 3 other girls. No one speaks. You sit opposite one of them. She looks at her hands the entire time. Another girl is younger than you, perhaps 12. She does not cry. It is understood that crying would be improper. The village grows smaller behind you. You do not wave. Your mother does not stand. She remains kneeling until the cart turns the road. You do not look back. You are told not to. The wheels turn for hours. Dust rises. The sound of wood against stone repeats. No one speaks. You learn quickly that silence is safer than questions. The sky darkens. You are given water once. No food. It is understood that obedience begins immediately. By morning, the walls appear. They rise without decoration at first, then towers, then layered gates. You are approaching the imperial capital of Beijing. You do not know this for certain. You assume. The cart slows. Guards in uniform stand outside the outer gate of the forbidden city. You are told not to look at them. You look anyway. Their armor reflects the morning light. Their faces do not move. Names are read from a scroll, not yours. You are no longer called by your village name. A new designation is assigned. You repeat it when instructed. You learn quickly that your old name will not be used again. The cart passes through the first gate, then another, then another. Each one closes before the next opens. It is understood that once inside, you do not leave. The walls are red. The roofs curve upward. The scale feels larger than anything you have seen. You are not told how many women already live inside. You are not told how many never leave. You step down from the cart. You are told to kneel. You kneel. A eunuch writes something beside your assigned number. You are not told what it says. You are not asked where you would rather be. You wait. The final gate opens slowly. You hear it close. The gate's close behind you. The air changes first. It smells faintly of incense, not strong. Constant, you are led forward in a straight line. The walls are red, not bright, not welcoming, just red. They stretch farther than you expect. There is no visible end. You learn quickly that distance inside the palace is different from distance outside. Everything is measured in courtyards, in gates, in thresholds. You walk across stone. The stones are pale, worn smooth. Each step echoes. You notice the sound, so does everyone else. No one speaks over it. It is understood that footsteps are enough noise. The courtyard opens wide, empty space. No trees. No shade, only stone and sky. You are told never to run, not across the courtyard, not through a corridor, not even if summoned. You are told never to speak loudly, not to laugh, not to whisper urgently, not to cry. Volume suggests disorder. You are told never to look up unless permitted. The roofs curve high above you. Gold tiles catch the light. You keep your eyes lowered. You learn quickly that looking up is interpreted as measuring your surroundings. Measuring suggests ambition. Ambition is not permitted. Another gate opens, then another. The doors are thick wood painted red. Brass studs line the surface in even rows. You count them without meaning to. 9 across, 9 down, you do not know why. No one explains. A group of older women passes by. Their sleeves are embroidered. Their faces remain neutral. You lower your head further. It is understood that rank can be seen in fabric, in posture, in how many attendants walk behind a person. You have none. A eunuch walks at your side. He does not look at you. He carries a narrow board with names written in ink. You hear the soft shuffle of other girls walking behind you. No one speaks. The incense grows stronger near a side hall. Thin smoke rises from a bronze vessel. You are not told what ceremony it marks. You are not told what day it is. Time feels suspended. You pass through another courtyard. This one is narrower. Rooms line the edges, doors closed, windows covered with lattice. You notice how every entrance has a raised threshold. You are told never to step on it. You step over carefully. You learn quickly that tripping is remembered. A distant bell sounds once. No one reacts outwardly, but the pace shifts slightly. The eunuch guiding you slows his steps. It is understood that bells dictate movement. You are not told what each bell means. You are told to stop. You stop. You are told to kneel. You kneel. The stone is cold beneath your knees. You remain there while papers are checked. You are not addressed directly. You are referred to by your assigned designation. A number, a category, a placement. You wait. You learn quickly that waiting is most of what you will do here. Waiting to be summoned. Waiting to be inspected. Waiting to be dismissed. Another door opens. You are led into a smaller courtyard, less grand, less open. This is not where emperors walk. This is where women are housed. You are told the inner palace operates differently from the outer court. You are not told how. You are told that hierarchy governs everything. You are at the bottom. It is simply how it is. The air is still. Footsteps echo in repetition. You walk in measured rhythm, never too fast, never too slow. You are told to remember 3 rules: never run, never speak loudly, never look up unless permitted. The eunuch repeats them once, then he moves on. You stand in the center of the courtyard with the other girls. No ceremony marks your arrival. No announcement is made. You are simply absorbed. Another door closes behind you. The sound carries across stone. It does not feel dramatic. It feels final. You lower your gaze. You breathe in incense. You wait. You are gathered in a side hall. Not large, not small. Functional. You kneel on woven mats. An older palace woman stands before you. Her robe is darker than yours. Her sleeves are lined with embroidery you are not permitted to wear. She does not raise her voice. She does not need to. You will learn the structure, she says. You listen. At the top is the Empress. In this era, she holds the title recognized by the court of the Qing dynasty. She is untouchable. You do not speak her name. You do not look at her directly. You do not approach her path. It is understood that she is chosen for lineage as much as affection. Her position does not depend on charm. It depends on stability. Beneath her are the noble consorts. There are few. They wear brighter colors, more elaborate hair ornaments. They command servants. They may speak in matters concerning the inner palace. They may influence access. You are told this without emphasis. It is simply how it is. Below them are the imperial concubines. They hold rank. They have titles. They may be summoned. Some rise from lower status. Most do not. Below them are the lower-ranked women. This is where you begin. You do not have private quarters. You do not have personal attendants. You do not have a voice in ceremony. You wait to be called. Below you are the servant women. They wash garments, sweep courtyards, prepare clothing. They do not compete for favor. They exist within the palace but not within the emperor's notice. And beneath all structured rank, though moving freely between levels, are the eunuchs. They manage doors, schedules, announcements. They carry messages between women who do not speak directly. They remember everything. You learn quickly that their memory is dangerous. The older woman pauses. No one shifts. Promotions, she explains, depend on favor. Favor depends on being noticed. Being noticed is rare. The emperor does not walk these courtyards daily. You will not pass him by accident. You will not introduce yourself. You will be presented if chosen. You are not asked to display talent unless summoned. You are not asked to compete openly. Competition exists without being named. You observe clothing, hairpins, posture. You learn quickly that beauty alone is insufficient. Silence matters, timing matters, health matters. If summoned once, you may never be summoned again. If you bear a son, your rank may change. If you do not, it may not. It is understood that childbirth alters position. It is also understood that many do not survive it. No one elaborates. You are told that jealousy is punished. So is arrogance. So is visible despair. You are told to remain composed at all times. Composure can be interpreted as virtue. Virtue can be interpreted as suitability. Suitability can be interpreted as potential. Potential may be reported. Reported potential may lead to notice. Notice may lead to favor. Favor may lead to promotion. The chain is long. It rarely completes. You look at the girls beside you. Some are older, some younger, all quiet, all waiting. You understand that the palace contains layers you have not seen, separate courtyards, separate alliances, separate tensions. You are at the lowest formal tier within the inner palace. There is nowhere lower to descend except invisibility. You learn quickly that invisibility is common. The older woman finishes speaking. She does not ask if you understand. It is understood that you must. Outside the hall, footsteps pass, measured, even. You lower your gaze again. You calculate without meaning to. The halls you walked through earlier, the rooms you have not seen, the courtyards beyond this one. There are hundreds of you. You are led to your quarters. The corridor narrows, the light softens, the air is still. A door opens. You step inside. This is your room. It is not yours alone. 3 other girls are already there. They do not look up. You are told where to place your shoes. Against the wall, to the left of the threshold. You step over the raised wooden edge carefully. You learn quickly that even doorways have rules. The room is rectangular, whitewashed walls, a single narrow window covered with lattice. The light enters softly. It does not reach the corners. Along one wall is a raised wooden platform. 4 thin sleeping mats lie in a row. The bedding is folded at the end of each space. Cotton filling, not thick, not soft. You press it once with your hand. It yields slightly. It is understood that comfort is not the purpose. You are assigned the 3rd space from the door. You are given a number, not your village name, not your childhood nickname. A number. You repeat it quietly. You learn quickly to answer to it. At the far end of the room stands a wooden rack. Silk robes hang neatly. They are not yours. They belong to the palace. You may wear them. You may fold them. You may mend them if instructed. But they are not yours. If you rise in rank, the color may change. If you fall ill, they may be taken away. It is simply how it is. There are no personal trunks, no hidden compartments, no shelves for keepsakes. You are not permitted to bring any. You are told that attachment distracts from duty. You nod. There is no mirror on the wall. You glance once toward the empty space where one might hang. You are told mirrors are issued when appropriate. Reflection is not necessary at your level. You learn quickly that self-observation is a privilege. A basin sits near the corner, shared. Water will be brought in the morning and removed at night. You are not to waste it. You are not to speak while washing. You sit on your assigned mat. You fold your hands in your lap. The other girls move slowly around you. One smooths her robe. One rearranges her bedding. One stares at the wall. No one speaks. Outside, footsteps pass, measured, even. The sound echoes faintly through stone corridors. You are told that you may not leave this courtyard without permission. Not to explore, not to wander, not to observe. Your world has narrowed to this square of sky. You step outside briefly to see it. The courtyard is enclosed on all sides. White walls, gray stone floor. A small tree stands in one corner. It does not provide much shade. You are told the schedule will be explained tomorrow. You are told to rest. You lie down. The bedding is thin. You feel the wood beneath it. You turn to one side, then the other. The room is quiet, breathing, fabric shifting. You close your eyes. You open them again. You listen. No insects. No village sounds. No wind through open fields. Only distant footsteps. And sometimes the faint ring of a bell. You learn quickly that time here is marked by sound, not by sun. The silk robe assigned to you hangs beside your bedding. You reach out and touch the fabric once. Smooth, cool, not yours. You withdraw your hand. It is understood that ownership does not apply here. You belong to the palace. The palace does not belong to you. You close your eyes again. The stone walls hold the night in place. You breathe slowly. No one cries, no one speaks. You wait for sleep. You wait. It is simply how it is. You wake before the light changes. There is no rooster, no village noise. A wooden clapper strikes somewhere beyond the courtyard. Once, then again. It is understood this is 4:00 a.m. No one speaks. You sit up immediately. The bedding is folded in the same order every morning. Top layer first, then the mat smoothed by hand. You learn quickly that creases are noticed. You move to the basin. Water has already been placed there. Cold. You wash your face without looking at your reflection. There is no mirror. Hair is next. You sit in a line on low stools. An older attendant walks behind you. She parts your hair precisely. Comb teeth pass through in steady strokes. No conversation. Only the sound of wood against hair. Pull, smooth, twist. Pins are inserted. You are told not to wince. You do not. You learn quickly that discomfort is private. Layers of clothing follow. Undergarment, inner robe, outer robe. Each tied in a specific order. Left over right. Always. You are corrected once. You do not make the mistake again. The fabric rustles softly as everyone dresses at the same time. No one helps unless instructed. You are told self-sufficiency reflects discipline. When you are fully dressed, you stand in a straight line, hands folded, eyes lowered. You are led into the courtyard. The air is cold. Stone beneath your feet holds the night's chill. You practice bows, first the shallow bow, then deeper, then kneeling, then forehead lowered toward the ground. Rise, step back. Repeat. You learn quickly how long to hold each position. Too short suggests carelessness. Too long suggests display. Balance is expected. No one explains how to find it. You watch the girl beside you from the corner of your eye. You match her timing. Walking practice follows. You move in synchronized lines across the courtyard. Measured steps. Heel placed quietly. Hands steady at your sides. If one person falls out of rhythm, the entire line shifts. It is understood that harmony matters more than individuality. A bell sounds. Practice ends. You are led to breakfast. Low tables arranged in rows. You kneel before your assigned place. Porcelain bowls are already set. White, thin, delicate. Steam rises from rice porridge. Pickled vegetables sit in small dishes. You are told to begin only when the signal is given. The signal is a slight nod from the supervising attendant. You lift the bowl. The porcelain makes a soft sound against the table. Clink, clink, clink. Dozens of bowls all at once. It becomes a rhythm. No one speaks. No one looks up. Eye contact is avoided. Not out of hostility, out of caution. You learn quickly that alliances are not formed openly. You eat slowly, not too quickly, not too slowly. When finished, you place the bowl back in its original position, aligned with the table's edge, chopsticks parallel. You fold your hands again. The bowls are collected. The sound fades down the corridor. You return to your standing line, waiting for the next instruction. The morning is not yet over. It has only begun. You wait. Afternoon fades without announcement. Lessons end. Chores conclude. Robes are straightened again. You are gathered in a covered hall facing the courtyard. No one explains that this is the center of everything. You understand anyway. A low table stands at the front. Upon it rests a lacquered tray. On the tray are wooden tablets. Each tablet bears a name written in ink. One of them carries yours, not your village name. The one assigned to you. A eunuch enters. He serves within the inner court of the Qing dynasty. His robe is plain but immaculate. He carries the tray with both hands. He does not look at any of you. You lower your gaze as he passes. It is understood that this moment matters. If your tablet is selected, you will be prepared, escorted, presented. If it is not, you will return to your quarters. Nothing will change. The eunuch sets the tray down. Silence settles over the hall. No one shifts. No one clears her throat. You learn quickly that anticipation must not be visible. The tablets are arranged in rows. He lifts them one by one, reads silently, places some aside, returns others. You do not know the criteria. No one explains. Women around you breathe evenly. You notice one girl's fingers tightening slightly in her sleeve. Another adjusts her posture with deliberate calm. They pretend not to care. You do the same. It is understood that desire must be concealed. Too much eagerness suggests ambition. Ambition invites resentment. Resentment travels quickly. Quiet rivalry fills the space without sound. A compliment offered earlier in the day. A hair ornament lent and returned. A shared piece of fruit at breakfast. Calculated kindness. You learn quickly that generosity is rarely simple. A girl beside you once braided another's hair. Tonight she sits straighter than usual. Her eyes remain lowered. The eunuch selects a tablet. He places it to the left. Another, then another. 3 names. He announces them in an even tone. The chosen women rise carefully, not too fast, not too slow. They kneel once toward the direction of the main palace halls. Then they follow him. No one looks at them directly. You keep your eyes on the floor. Most nights your name is not called. You return to waiting. The tray is lifted again. Sometimes only one tablet is chosen. Sometimes none. You learn quickly that selection does not follow fairness. It follows preference. Preference shifts without explanation. Most nights your name is not called. The women who rise maintain controlled expressions. Neither relief nor triumph is shown. It is understood that visible pride will be remembered. Those not chosen remain seated until dismissed. You count your breaths. You listen for the sound of footsteps fading down the corridor. The hall empties slowly. The unselected women stand in rows. No one speaks about the outcome. It is not discussed. You walk back to your quarters. The courtyard feels larger at night. Lamps flicker along the walls. Shadows stretch across stone. You remove your outer robe. You fold it carefully. You lie down on the thin bedding. The girl who was chosen tonight does not return before you sleep. You stare at the ceiling beams. You replay the moment the eunuch's hand hovered above the tablets. You wonder if it paused near yours. You wonder if you imagined it. You learn quickly not to dwell. Most nights your name is not called. Most nights you return to waiting. Most nights nothing changes. You close your eyes, you wait. Most nights your name is not called, but one night it is. The eunuch reads it without emphasis. You rise. You kneel once. You follow. No one looks at you directly. The corridor is quieter than usual. Lanterns burn low along the walls. Your footsteps are measured. You are taken first to a bathing chamber. Steam hangs in the air. The water has been prepared, scented lightly, not strong. You are told to undress. Servant women assist without comment. Your hairpins are removed carefully. Your robe is folded and set aside. You step into the water. It is warm. You sit. You wash as instructed. Arms, neck, hair. You are told to rinse twice. You do. The attendants dry you with linen cloths. Your hair is combed again, slower this time, smoother. A different robe is placed on you, softer fabric. Layered carefully. You are not permitted jewelry beyond what is assigned, no personal choice. You learn quickly that this preparation is ritual, not indulgence. Your tablet has been marked. Somewhere someone records this night. You are escorted through darker corridors. Fewer lamps, more guards, no one speaks. The air feels heavier. You pass through multiple doors. Each one opens. Each one closes behind you. It is understood that these paths are not walked freely. You are brought to a final chamber. You kneel outside. You wait. A eunuch announces your designation. Not your name. You are told to enter. You rise. You step inside. The chamber is large. Curtains hang in layers. Incense burns faintly. The emperor sits beyond a screen. He is the ruler of the empire. The son of heaven within the court of the Qing dynasty. You kneel fully, forehead lowered. You remain there until told to rise. He speaks briefly. Routine questions, your health. Your family's province. You answer softly, eyes lowered. He barely looks at you, not unkind, not warm, measured. This is not romance, it is not a story, it is a function. You are instructed where to stand, where to sit. The encounter follows protocol, everything is structured, even proximity. You learn quickly that you are part of continuity, dynasty, lineage. Expectation, not affection, not preference. When it concludes, a eunuch steps forward. You bow once more. You do not linger. You are escorted back through the corridors. The lanterns burn lower now. The sky outside has not yet changed. You are dismissed before sunrise. The robe is removed. Your original garments are returned. Your hair is reset. No congratulations are offered. No commentary is made. The event is recorded. Then it becomes routine. You walk back to your quarters. The courtyard is silent. Others are still sleeping. You lie down on your thin bedding. The wood beneath you feels the same as before. You close your eyes. There is no triumph, no fantasy, just duty. When the wooden clapper sounds at 4:00 a.m., you rise with everyone else. The morning after your name is called, nothing appears different. You rise at 4:00 a.m. You fold your bedding, you practice bows. The routine does not adjust itself around you. Weeks pass. Then a palace physician visits. He does not speak to you directly at first. He speaks to the supervising matron. Your pulse is taken. Your diet is noted. Your monthly cycle is discussed without softness. You are told to rest more. You are moved to a slightly separate space. It is understood. Pregnancy equals power. Pregnancy equals danger. The two exist together. If you are carrying a child, your rank may rise. If the child is healthy, your position strengthens. If the child is male, your name is remembered. But before that outcome, there is uncertainty. Food is delivered on trays. You watch it carefully. Rice, broth, herbal tonics. You are told it is nourishing. You learn quickly that nourishment can be altered. Servants carry bowls from kitchen to courtyard. Servants speak quietly among themselves. Servants have families outside the walls. Families can be persuaded. Silver changes hands in unseen corridors. You do not witness it. You understand it. Food can be tampered with. Herbs can be measured incorrectly. Tea can cool too long. It is rarely obvious. Illness arrives gradually. You are advised not to eat what is not directly provided by assigned staff. You are advised not to trust sudden kindness. Calculated kindness shifts form. A woman who once lent you hair oil now sends fruit. Another inquires gently about your sleep. Their faces remain composed. You remain composed in return. Pregnancy changes how others look at you. Some look longer. Some avoid you entirely. You are escorted more frequently, not out of affection, out of surveillance. A palace physician from the court of the Qing dynasty visits again. Your pulse is counted. Your abdomen is pressed lightly. Notes are written. You are told to walk slowly. You are told to avoid stares. You are told to remain calm. No one explains how calm is measured. Miscarriages are common. This is stated plainly, not whispered. Common. You hear of one in another courtyard, then another. No public mourning, no extended ceremony. The woman returns to her previous rank, sometimes lower. It is simply how it is. If a pregnancy fails repeatedly, whispers follow. Weak constitution, unfavorable fate, insufficient virtue. No one says these things directly to your face. You hear them in pauses. You feel them in distance. You eat carefully. You drink only what is sealed before you. You thank servants without warmth or coldness. You sleep lightly. At night, you rest one hand over your abdomen. Not in affection, in calculation. You learn quickly that survival is not guaranteed. Even in stillness, tension remains. The empress oversees births formally. Noble consorts observe changes in rank. Announcements are prepared in advance, or not prepared at all. If your child survives birth, the court records it. If your child does not, the court records that too. Everything is written. Nothing is explained. Pregnancy equals power. Pregnancy equals danger. You move carefully through corridors. You bow more slowly. You avoid confrontation. You speak less. Time passes in measured breaths. You wait for signs. You wait for movement. You wait for the physician's nod. And you understand the equation clearly. If you give birth to a son, everything changes. This is the more common path. Months pass. Your name is called once, perhaps twice, then less often. You return to the hall of wooden tablets. Most nights your name is not called. At first you tell yourself this is temporary. Favor shifts. Preferences change. You adjust your posture. You refine your bows. You accept small advice from older women. You wait. Seasons move across the courtyard tree. Leaves appear, fade, fall. Another year begins inside the inner palace of the Qing dynasty. New girls arrive, 14 again, some younger. They kneel the way you once did, eyes lowered, hands folded. You observe them from your place in line. You notice how smooth their skin is, how straight their backs are. You are 19. You learn quickly that 19 is no longer young here. The emperor's attention narrows toward novelty. You are not told this. You see it. The eunuch still carries the tray of wooden tablets. The lacquer has been polished again. Your tablet remains among them. It is lifted, set down, lifted, set down, then skipped. You return to your quarters. Nothing dramatic occurs. No confrontation. No dismissal. You are not asked to leave. You are simply overlooked. The hierarchy remains intact. The empress retains her position. Noble consorts maneuver quietly. Imperial concubines bear children or lose them. Lower-ranked women continue to wait. You continue to wait. Your duties shift slightly. You assist with embroidery. You supervise younger girls practicing bows. You correct their posture the way yours was corrected. You hear your own voice repeat phrases once spoken to you. Lower your gaze. Not too fast, not too slow. Time becomes measured in arrivals. Another selection from the provinces. Another cart at the gates close behind them. You watch from a distance now, not as participant, as fixture. You are 19, then 20. Your reflection is granted eventually. A small mirror shared among 3 women. You notice the difference first around your eyes. Not large, just present. You adjust your hair more carefully. It does not change the tray. Most nights your name is not called. The emperor passes through outer halls for ceremony. You glimpse him once from across a courtyard. He does not pause. He does not search faces. You understand. You are not dismissed. There is no formal release. No return to your village. No reunion, the palace does not undo its choices. You remain housed, fed, clothed, contained. Your world does not expand, it contracts quietly. You are assigned fewer expectations, fewer possibilities. You are still part of the structure, but not part of its focus. You are not punished. You are not promoted. You are simply forgotten. And still you wait. The move happens without announcement. You are told to gather your garments, not many. You are escorted across 2 courtyards you once crossed daily, then past them. Further inward, the walls are the same color, red, faded slightly in places. The new courtyard is smaller. The sky above it appears narrower. There is no central tree, only stone. You are assigned a room at the far end. 2 beds instead of 4, thinner bedding, fewer storage chests. You are told this is appropriate. You nod. Fewer servants come here. Water arrives later in the morning. Tea is less fragrant. No one rushes. There is no reason to. You are no longer listed among those presented during festivals. No invitations arrive for ceremonies in the main halls of the Qing dynasty. When drums sound for celebrations, you hear them from a distance, muted. You are told you may observe from the outer edge if permitted. Often, you are not. You learn quickly that absence becomes routine. You are 25. In your village, this might have meant stability. Here, it means conclusion. You notice it in the way younger concubines walk past your courtyard, their robes brighter, their sleeves longer, their hair heavier with ornaments. They move in groups. You move alone. They lower their eyes when passing you, out of respect for seniority, not admiration. You understand the difference. Your hair requires more careful arrangement. A few strands resist the comb. Your hands feel drier. You sit longer before standing, not from illness, from awareness. The eunuch with the wooden tablet still walks the central hall. You are not present there anymore. Your tablet remains somewhere in storage, not destroyed, not displayed. You are not formally removed. You are simply unconsidered. It is understood that beauty has a narrow window, that fertility has a season, that favor moves forward, not backward. You supervise needlework now. You correct posture. You remind the young ones, never run, never speak loudly, never look up unless permitted. They nod the way you once did. You watch carts arrive through distant gates. You know what is inside them. 14, sometimes younger. You observe from behind lattice screens, not invited to greet them, just present. You are 25. In this world, that is old. No one says it directly. No one needs to. You sit in the smaller courtyard as afternoon light fades. The walls hold their color. The stone holds its chill. You are still housed, still fed, still clothed in silk not your own. The palace continues around you. Ceremonies proceed. Children are born. Ranks are adjusted. Your name is not spoken. You are not dismissed. You are simply placed aside, and you remain. Quiet, contained, watching. Time settles into repetition. You wake before the clapper now. You no longer need the sound. Your body understands the rhythm. You fold your bedding with practiced hands. The movements are exact. You speak less, not because you are silenced, because there is little left to say. You are assigned to instruct new arrivals. They kneel in uneven lines. You correct their shoulders gently. Lower your gaze, not too fast, not too slow. They listen carefully. Some are afraid, some are determined. You recognize both. You know which ones will wait. You know which ones will be chosen. You know which ones will disappear into the structure. You understand the corridors better than most. Which stones are uneven. Which doors open slowly. Which eunuch prefers silence. Which matron records everything. You know the schedule of bells without hearing them. You know when incense will be lit. You know when trays of wooden tablets are prepared. You know the patterns of favor. You have seen them repeat. You have seen them end. You move through the smaller courtyard without hurry. No one watches you closely now. You are considered safe, past ambition, past possibility. You are part of the background of the inner palace of the Qing dynasty. The palace feels smaller because you understand it, but it is not yours. The silk you wear still belongs to the court. The room you sleep in still belongs to the court. The air you breathe still belongs to the court. You sit beneath the narrow strip of sky. You teach posture. You teach silence. You teach the art of waiting. A younger girl asks once what lies beyond the outer wall. You pause. You describe fields. You describe wind. You do not describe freedom. It is understood that memory fades if not spoken often. Evening arrives quietly. Lanterns glow along distant corridors. You hear distant ceremony. You are not invited. You do not expect to be. You sit longer than before, hands folded, back straight. The palace continues. New names are written. New girls are examined. New tablets are lifted and set down. The gates are still closed. You rise. You walk back to your room. The gates are still closed. You lie down on thin bedding. The gates are still closed. Night settles without announcement. You lie on thin bedding. The wood beneath it has not changed. Your hands rest over your abdomen. Not from expectation, from habit. The room is quiet. One other woman breathes steadily across from you. A lantern burns low near the door. Its light does not reach the ceiling beams. Distant drums mark the hour, slow, measured, even. You count without meaning to. The sound travels across courtyards, across red walls, across tiled roofs. You know the rhythm. You have known it for years. Somewhere else in the palace, wooden tablets are being arranged for tomorrow. Names written carefully, ink drying in thin strokes. Somewhere else, a eunuch walks through a corridor you no longer enter. His footsteps echo, even, controlled. Somewhere beyond the outer gates of the Forbidden City, a cart moves along a narrow road. Inside it sits a girl who is 14. She keeps her hands folded. She does not speak. Her family kneels in a village courtyard. They are told it is an honor. They bow their heads. It is simply how it is. The cart approaches the walls. The walls do not move. The gates will open. The gates will close. The cycle continues. You turn slightly on your mat. The bedding shifts softly. You close your eyes. You no longer imagine leaving. You no longer imagine rising. You understand the structure. You understand your place within it. The palace does not change for individuals. Individuals adjust to the palace. Distant drums mark another hour. Slow, even, you breathe in, you breathe out. Beyond the walls, the world continues. Within the walls, it continues differently. Tomorrow, another name may be called. Tomorrow, another girl will kneel. Tomorrow, another woman will wait. You are still inside the palace walls, and tomorrow you wake up again.